Unexpected kindness. My hilarious small adventure with a 20-year-old seeing eye girl. So I'm 40 with horrible eyesight. Broke my glasses about a week ago and waiting for the new ones to show. Told the wife Cincy I can't drive. Can you take me down to our local mall? Haven't been there in a few years, but heard there was a store down there my daughter liked and thought about getting her a Christmas gift. Well, and stop by Sephora for something my wife said she wanted. Anyways, she drops me off at the front door. I make my way inside to realize I messed up. I can't see 2 feet in front of me. Well, learned a trick to just use my cell phone camera. Don't laugh, it helps. This young lady, Emily, 20, approached me asking if I'm taking pic of her. So no ma'am, I'm sorry, and explained my situation. She like, I am so sorry, and I told her no big deal. She's like, where do you want to go? Told her about some anime store my daughter likes and wanted to get something for my wife from Sephora. Had a pic of it on my phone. This young lady left her friends to walk my ass around the mall, got me to the anime store, and she asked me a million questions about what my daughter would like and ended spending way too much there. Got me to Sephora and got my wife the item she was wanting. Also took me into a GNC so I could pick up some ashwagandha that I take. I think I told her thank you over 100 times, lol. She was a very sweet young lady and didn't have to do what she did. During out trip around the mall, she asked me to call the wife and see if there was anything else we needed while I was out. Wife thought it was absolutely hilarious, and those two had a chuckle when the wife came to pick me up, lol. As the shopping spree ended, I offered to buy her and her friends drink at one of those coffee stands, and we all sat at a table and talked for a bit. They had met up with us after GNC and thought it was funny. One of the friends states she was my seeing eye girl, lol. I told her again, thank you so much, youngin'. You did me a solid. She like, no problem, old timer, and went our separate ways. I know she won't see this, but if you were the one that helped me again, thank you. Didn't get your last name to look you up, but hopefully you have a good holiday season and keep that kind heart. Wish I could better explain this story because it's actually hilarious. I'm 6'4", 300 pounds, and this young lady I think made it to about my lower gut. She's holding my arm and pulling me out of the way so I don't run into stuff. I knew I should have had someone go with me, but honestly thought I had it, lol. At first I didn't even see her walking up to me, just heard her voice and had to look down and around till I made out this figure standing in front of me. I guess not all these young people are buttheads, lol. My brother sexually abused me as a child. Should I tell my parents? I, 28F, am struggling with flashbacks of childhood sexual abuse. The abuse started when I was about 8 or 9 when AO, and my brother was roughly 12 or 13 at the time. It started out with him helping me off my bunk bed, but he would grab my privates to help me down. I don't think I really understood what was happening at the time, but knew it felt wrong. Both of our parents worked long hours at the time, so after school we were home alone for a few hours till one of our parents would get back from work. This progressed to him making me take my clothes off, and he would try to pick me up and touch my privates and pretend he was carrying me around in a silly play-fighting manner. He would tell me that he could pee white, and being confused at 8 why I didn't understand what that meant until years later, I realized he was pleasuring himself in front of me and making me watch him ejaculate. On one occasion he forced me to lay down and tried to insert himself into me, but him being a child as well and thankfully not knowing what he was doing, I fought him off and hid in my room so confused and disgusted. He would say things like pee in my mouth, and being a child I was so grossed out by that and I would have to run and hide. He would trick me into playing hide and seek with the lights off, but find me and proceed to touch me until I could run away. He told me that if I ever told our parents with what was happening, they would be so mad at me, and I would get in so much trouble. My parents have no idea, as I can barely fathom telling them, as they would be so devastated, and as messed up as it is, I don't want to ruin his life or his relationship with our parents. He is now happily married with kids. This has also impacted me majorly during intimacy with my current partner, 33M, who is amazing BTW. But sometimes during sex, I get flashbacks and feel like I want to crawl out of my skin. Yet somehow I feel ashamed and like I could have done more to stop it and just don't know what to do. Please help Reddit.